What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about graduation. What goes on, what you do, how exciting it is. I'm going to talk a little bit about week 7, or not week 7, excuse me, a little bit about week 8. Then things leading up to graduation and when you leave to actually go to your tech school. So week 7, you get a lot of things done. You get your PT test done. You do your test to make sure you actually know the rules and regulations and crap like that for the Air Force. And you do your drill test. So you're pretty much ready to graduate by the time week 8 rolls around. Week 8's pretty freaking boring. You don't do much. You just kind of drill and PT. That's really it. Because, I mean, you finished everything. You know, there's nothing to do. It's kind of, I don't really remember week 8 too much. I know I was just excited because, you know, my family's coming in on Friday, so it was an awesome time. So that Friday in week 8 rolls around, and, well, first thing, my experience is probably going to be totally different from yours, because when I graduated, it was snowing, so, yeah. And it probably won't be snowing in yours, since it really doesn't snow in Texas too much, but just kind of bear with me here. The coin ceremony wasn't affected too much. On Friday you do the coin ceremony. It's probably like around 9 or 10 o'clock. You wake up, you know, you do your normal crap, and you get in your blues, and you know, I really don't even know where you do the coin ceremony. Now in the first video that I made, if you watched it, you would see that when you first get to basic training, you go into like this big freaking this big room with all the other trainees, and that's the reception center. That's where I had my coin ceremony. You probably won't have yours there, but I think it was big enough to fit like 4 flights and then like all the freaking people that came. The coin ceremony is pretty quick. You do like 2 facing movements, and the MTI walks by, and you shake his hand, and you put the coin in your pocket, and then you stand back at attention. That's really it. Your MTI is going to tell you, he's going to shake your hand and say something. He'll probably say something. It could be dicky, it could be like good job, it could be, you know, you made so much improvement over the years, I'm proud of you, blah blah blah. Whatever. In my flight, we had a kid named Collins who looked, I mean, I guess when we both had kind of shaved heads, we did kind of look the same. But my MTI always got us confused, and it was slightly funny. So we would be marching or doing something, and he'd be like, "Collins, what the fuck you doing? Collins!" And, you know, Collins wouldn't respond, and then he would kind of get up in my face and be like, "Oh, okay, never mind, you're not Collins." And, you know, that happened with both of us. It was pretty funny, and other MTIs actually got us confused once too. My brother flight MTI got me and him confused, but when I did the coin ceremony, he shook my hand and said, "Good job, not Collins." So it was kind of like a little inside joke, I guess. But the coin ceremony is really, it's cool. I mean, that's really it. When you get done, you will stand at parade rest, and you cannot move until your family members touch you, or everyone is gone out of the building. But you cannot leave until your family members touch you, so you will just stand there at parade rest until someone taps you, and you go, "Oh, hey, Mom." But I mean, you can see them, you just can't talk or move or do anything, so it's kind of weird. Sometimes parents won't realize they need to touch you, so they'll be like standing in front of you like, oh my god, I miss you so much, and you're just like, but now for graduation, or actually, let me go back a day. We're still on Friday with the coin ceremony. You have you can go around the base that day. So I think you have to be back around 2100, I believe, is when you have to be back. It probably varies between MTIs, but there's a couple things you can do on the base with your family. They have a movie theater. They have the bowling alley. They have kind of like a strip mall thing with the BX in it, and it has some fast food. So if you want some real food because you haven't had it in 2 months, you can go there. I mean, there's really not much to do. Just you have a couple restaurants. Really, you're just enjoying yourself with your family because I mean, you haven't seen them in forever, so it's fun. Sometimes in your family will get like I think there's a hotel on the base, and sometimes they'll run a hotel, so you'll go to the hotel room and you can hang out. Yeah, and that's Friday and the graduation, the coin ceremony. Saturday is the graduation ceremony. I did not do mine at all because it snowed and the roads were closed down, and we actually had the commander of the whole shebang, the whole basic training, come to every flight that was graduating and say, I'm sorry, you know, the base is closed because there's ice on the roads and it's dangerous and blah blah blah. I mean, MTIs couldn't even get into, if they lived off base, they couldn't even get to their flights because it was closed. So I assume it was probably a real fun day for some flights, but I didn't do graduation at all. It's really not hard. It's just facing movements and like a salute thing, and that's it. It's a lot longer than the coin ceremony, but it's pretty much the same thing. Eventually, everything did clear out or whatever, and it was like around 11 o'clock, and my family came on base and picked me up, and we actually got to leave the base. I got to see the world for once. There's a lot of stuff to do in San Antonio, so I mean, it's ridiculous. You can go to SeaWorld, you can eat, you can go see the Alamo, you can you can go to the mall, which they have big boots outside. It's really funny, but there's just a crap ton of crap. Me and my family, we went and we ate. They had like a condo type thing, so we went there and hung out, and then we went to the mall. And some days or some graduations, I don't know if this is every graduation, but sometimes there's something special going on in the city, like a big event, and you will get permission to go to that event and stay out longer than like 9 or 10 o'clock. So that Saturday I graduated, Toby Keith was playing at some big arena thing, and there was a rodeo, so we went to that, and I think I got back like at 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was pretty shitty because I had to wake up at 4 still anyway, but I mean, it was fun. You know, you just hang out with your family and you have a good time. And Saturday, your family can stay with you. You can go to church with them. You can hang out with them again on base. You can't leave the base on Saturday. You only have Saturday to leave the base. On Sunday with your family, you cannot leave the base. That's really it. If you don't have family members that aren't coming or anything, you know, try to find someone who isn't having family members come. You can hang out with them. Or, I mean, if you have a good friend in basic training and they're nice enough to let you come along with their family, then, you know, cool. You know, there's stuff you can do on the base. I know on Sunday my family didn't know they could stay, so they left like I think that morning, or not that morning, that night, late at night or whatever. But I just went to the mall. I bought my Mac because I really needed a computer. So, and I figured I would be in tech school for a while and I would need it. So I got a computer. And that's really it for the graduation thing. It's probably the most exciting thing you'll do in basic training, obviously. You know, you get to call yourself an airman and you walk around all, you know, like, yeah, I'm an airman now. And I don't know, it's just, you know, it's just a good feeling, and you're happy and you're with your family for once. And that's really it. When you get back on Sunday, I think you have to come back early, like at 1600, 1700-ish. You come back, you go eat dinner, and then, or you don't eat dinner. I mean, it really depends on your MTI. He probably won't even take you because you probably realized you had freaking KFC or something. So, I mean, it's weird the last couple of days because your MTI doesn't give a flying crap. I mean, you can freaking march yourself down and get breakfast or whatever if you want to. You just gotta tell them. There's actually one thing I forgot about. I don't know how the MTIs do it, but throughout your basic training journey, you might get in trouble, and especially closer to the end, the MTIs will threaten you and say, you know, you did this, so I'm going to take away an hour of your family time or something. I don't know if they're actually allowed to do that legally or, you know, whatever. I don't know if they can. I know some people in my flight had that done to them. I had it done to me, but, you know, nothing happened. He didn't say anything about it when the day rolled around. We didn't get yelled at when we came back. You know, I don't know. I would assume it's not too big of a deal unless he actually, you know, tells you it's a big deal. Now, the Sunday, you will get back, you go eat dinner, and then you will start packing. You probably won't get much sleep Sunday night just because you're packing, you're hanging out, and sometimes you'll get to watch movies. Sometimes the MTI will give your phone back. It, you know, just depends. We didn't get our phones back till the second we were walking out the door to leave for our tech school. But you'll pretty much get everything packed up, and I mean everything. Like the bag you brought with you the first day will get thrown at you when you start packing stuff up, and you know, everything goes. All of the sheets off the beds, you know, everything in your freaking wall lockers gets cleaned out. It doesn't take too long, but it's just kind of, you know, aggravating. But you'll get done, and it's really up to your MTI. I mean, if he wants to be an asshole, he can make you just clean or, you know, do whatever he wants you to do. But we just kind of sat and we watched some stupid movie. I don't even remember. Some people fell asleep in the rooms, but I think we were wearing our blues, so you're not allowed to actually sleep in any uniform. But well, that's what he told us in basic training. So we were, you know, some of us were sleeping, some of us weren't. He let us go to sleep for a couple hours, maybe like 2 hours or something. Then he woke us up, and it's really weird because the security forces, the ones that were leaving for security forces tech school, were right across the street from our squadron, and they left like at 4 in the morning, and I left at like 10 o'clock when I was going to Mississippi. So I don't know how that works, but it really depends on when you're going, when you're leaving. You know, your MTI will tell you everything you need to know, and when you get on the bus, that's it. You're done basic training. And I mean, you get to tech school and you're like, this is totally different. I have a tiny bit of freedom now. which I'll probably make a whole nother video about tech school and all the freedoms and all that kind of crap. But for the most part, that is week 8 and graduation. It's fun. You'll enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, you can message me, or you can follow me on Twitter and send me a message, whatever on there, doesn't matter. And I will see you guys next time.